Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, with the top four seeds a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. 3-Day Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. First down here for this offense. Looking for some space. It's Punga.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. That'll pick up the first down. He's brought down to the 21.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
First down and 10 now. Quarterback drops back, lets it fly to the wideout. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
How about that? First play of the game in a playoff game, you take a shot downfield and you hit it for big yards. Now you got some momentum here early in the game.
And it's a bunch formation. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's going to pull it down and run. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
The Ducks pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Well, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. And you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line played just like that.
First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking for the wideout. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Tackle is finally made, but the offense will set up now at the 44.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Pass not complete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Makes a quick grab. Gets some space around the 30. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
And the Ducks have 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Becoming a long drive, the 9th play coming up. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's got room looking for the end zone. And he takes it into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now it's 2nd down here. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Play number 10 of the opening drive. Can he keep it going here on 3rd and long? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes a quick catch. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain in a 1st down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. And he finds his target. He has the first. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. First play of the drive, we're going to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Tackle made after a big gain.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
Takes the toss, testing the right side here. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. He didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Looking for a deep completion. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. It's a short return to make the tackle at the 25, but what a play for this defense.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First down, looking to throw the football. Lets it go quickly. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. And he goes down after a big chunk play, the kind of explosive play this offense has been looking for. Solid gain, moves the ball up to the 47. It'll be first down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, everybody wants to talk about the quarterback and the receiver after a touchdown like that. Instead, you know where I'm going, Chris. The offensive line. My gosh, how long did he have back there? 4, maybe 5 seconds to be able to read the defense and then find his receiver for the touchdown.
Point after, not quite through. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. They stop him right at the 24.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Getting set. Here's second down. They're going to run it. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. No chance to catch him. But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And they stop it at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. In the clear at the 25. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays.
Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down play coming up. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Fires it to his target. He pulls it in for a big gain. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a 1st down.
Boy, another positive gain for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. And the Wolverines begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Offense looking to throw the ball. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly. And they're doing so with such high stakes. Answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Comes back out on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to scramble. Took contact on the throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, there's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of the quarterback trying to throw a football. And on this play, They end up flushing him out to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football. That's what led to this incompletion.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. They look to throw it here on second down. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
That ball just seemed to sail on it. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. It's pulled in, completion on a diving catch. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Punga.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Clear movement before the snap, and it'll be a false start. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Ducks will send the punt team onto the field. Looking to flip the field here. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. They'll down this just inside the 35. Will take their first time out of the half. The tuck strategy here. Fresh set it down to the offense. First down. We'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for a big play downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Incompletion makes it second down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on second down. Looks to his left and makes the completion. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play, already over 50 yards here in this first half.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Well, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he pulls in the catch. And he goes down after a huge gain. This offense is clicking now. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. And that one's straight down the middle. That puts them back on top.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. This one will be fair caught. Looks like one more play here before halftime. He's looking to throw. Throws it to the right. He's got his man in the open field. Great effort there to make something happen, but they bring him down, and that will wrap up the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. When he's got some space here. Goes out of bounds at the 32. That's a decent return. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Important second down play coming up. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He's going for a big play downfield. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. And they had one. They're just unable to complete the pass.
Tough spot. The offense has to convert the 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He slings this one deep down the left side. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense. The Ducks come to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. The short completion to the tight end. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, stopped the ball at the 44.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon.
And the replay booth has signaled they want to stop and have another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. An inside give now from the shotgun.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
The game makes it second and medium. Handoff here from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. They'll try a pass here. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, the quarterback was noticeably hurried on that play. Great pass rushes don't have to get to the quarterback to affect the play. That was a great example of it there.
The offense already has one fourth down conversion. Can they do it for a second time? From the shotgun, drops back. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Offense facing second and goal. And the fullback takes a turn running the football. Touchdown, Ducks. That puts them on top in the second half. Might have to try the extra point. The extra point is good. The lead is now 4, 21-17. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return begins inside the 10. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he'll set up to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Breaks free. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory. Tackled at the 45.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Greasy had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Lets it fly to the wideout. The QB throws his third pick of the day. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
How about the big fella coming up with the interception? You don't see that very often.
Ducks offense retakes the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's got his man wide open. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. The Ducks are in the red zone. Linebacker shifting around now. And now they'll run it on the draw. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
The draw is a good way to keep the defensive line in check and use their aggressiveness against them. It can be real effective, even in passing situations, if you mix it in correctly.
Here's the second down play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Finding some room at the 25. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. The Wolverine tussled to the line to run the hurry up.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
He picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the first down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a two-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball back.
So second down after the incompletion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Finds his target. And he goes down after a solid gain on the play. That's enough for a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often.
And looking for a big play here. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. That's a crucial score, Kirk. Makes it a one-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
And the point after cuts it to a 4-point game, 28-24. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? And I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They're behind the sticks on 2nd and long here from the 12. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Important play right here. Close game, 4th quarter, 3rd and long. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held on to the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
The Ducks will line up to punt it away. We're going to kick it away for the 2nd time. Gets the kick away from his own end zone. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. It's a foot race. Now they finally stop him, but he found a nice lane on that return. Puts the start of the drive in good position. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid, right down for a touchdown. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. He hands it off from the gun. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. The Wolverines are in the red zone. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for the wideout. He makes the grab. Brought down at the 3, but that's enough for a first and goal. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. 3rd and goal, looking to throw the ball. Looking to the end zone, and it's picked off in the end zone. He's at the 50, past the 40, past the 20. Touchdown, Ducks. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Wow, this is a risky throw here, so close to the goal line. This defender makes this interception, Chris. Sometimes you see a guy hesitate. He might think about taking a knee. This guy didn't. It gave him momentum and the speed that he needed to be able to get to the end zone.
Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. First down, looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. Receiver makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And the Wolverines hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. It's caught. They will rule that a catch. A huge gain through the air. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down. 2nd down after the incompletion. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking to throw again. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And this pass is on target, caught. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Here comes a throw from the red zone. And the sophomore making an impact play. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he'll rifle this one deep to the right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan.
Chris, I mean, this game is essentially over, and these guys are still fighting and trying to get the ball in the end zone, and they do. Those are the kind of things that coaches pay attention to, and really you start to learn about who are your fighters, who are your foxhole guys. We're learning that about this team today.
Coach deciding to go for two, trying to cut this lead to a field goal late in the game. Catch made on the left side. And the two-point try is successful, making this just a three-point lead. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback just takes a knee. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.